Welcome back to Vanquish Gaming's 2v2 Season 2. We are still in Week 1 action, and this is our second matchup of Week 1. And of course, starting off with all the pleasantries that you would expect of various Vanquish Gaming members greeting each other. And we have two new teams here to showcase for you. Of course, following in the same footsteps of last game, the teams are now using team names to make it slightly easier to reference during casting. And let's go ahead and get started. So here we've got the legendary VGL Kid and his partner Mordecai. Now Mordecai sounds like Mord, and if you're familiar with any of our past broadcasts and tournaments, Mord is a long-standing member. Mord, of course, finally taking Blizzard up on its free name option, and went ahead and changed his name to Mordecai. So I asked him, I said, Mord, why did you change your name to Mordecai? Mord sounded pretty cool. It was short, it was easy to say. Mordecai is more complicated. Why did you pick it? He said he wanted to sound more majestic. So, ladies and gentlemen, majestic Mordecai. If you agree or disagree, feel free to comment, but that is Mord's official response. He wanted a more majestic name. So, Kid, of course, always happy to just be Kid, and they will form Team Flawless. I believe it was inspired by Mortal Kombat, but do not quote me on that. And on the other side, we have long-time lost prodigal son of Vanquish Gaming, Diener, and the original Platinum Prince, Ari. And just in case you're wondering, it has nothing to do with stripping. So Ari and Diener, of course, forming a very, unconventional team, to say the least. I believe Diener's pretty excited to be back and looking to get back into top form. Ari, as always, a little bit of indifference, I guess. Ari not as excited. Definitely not the year he wanted to have in StarCraft. Coming off of a lot of busyness in his personal life, and now he's just starting to get back into the swing of things and feeling a little bit of that rust. But Ari, of course, is a longtime member, has done some great things. In earlier tournaments, and we're looking forward to seeing him kind of come back into his natural form. So we do see a spawning pool coming down. Ari, of course, playing Zerg first for any kind of tournament, I believe. I don't think he's ever played Zerg with us. And we do have Diener bringing up on Protoss. Mord, of course, a classic Zerg player. Originally the harassment machine, then to the macro machine, and now I believe we will see the majestic machine. And we do see Diener doing a little bit of scouting, and Kid trying to keep him out of the base as much as possible. Looks like he will, just barely not pick off that probe. And if Diener is smart, and it looks like he is getting out of there and saving that resource. We do see Ari kind of wandering off into the distance with this Overlord just kind of aimlessly going off into that direction. I suppose... I don't know. I think Ari may think that there's a base here. I guess he's just drawing lines and saying, yes, this is where it must be. But it would actually be on this side, but that's okay. So, let's see what else we got going on. Two Lings kind of heading out. Ari pretty decent at scouting, and he has not lost his touch. These Lings, of course, going to go probably either camp out as Zelnaga or just kind of push the front and see what's going on. Let's take a look at income. We'll see pretty fairly even. We see Ari and Kid kind of neck and neck, and then of course Diener and Mord. Do see these Lings finally meeting. Kid's army up here at the front, just kind of building a little bit of Marines here. Go ahead and take a look at the production tab. We do see Stalker coming out for Diener, as well as some more Lings coming out for Mord. And it looks like we do have a little bit of motion here, a little bit of early attack coming down the way here, a little bit of Zealot Roach action. And, I'm sorry, where are my manners? Ari, of course, and Diener, as a new team, we have to give them proper introduction, of course, and they are Team Haterade. So there you go, another original name. And we do see these two Marines are going to stumble on something that will buy them hopefully precious seconds to respond. We do see Kid immediately responding to this information. This Queen, not, she is just way too assertive there and gets herself killed. We do see Kid trying to buy some time. Finally, these Speedlings coming in here to help out. Mord a little late to the party, but just in time, as Kid is down to his last Marine who goes down. And now this mineral line taking a little bit of a beating. We do see now kind of pulling back here, and this lone stalker from Diener kind of holding the line with these roaches. And it's going to be a little bit of brute force, but Mord should have more than enough lings to take this out. They will try to take down the supply depot in the meantime, and it looks like they will get it. Of course, at a cost. They were able to deny a lot of mining time, though, for Kid, and he'll have to bounce back from that, as well as... well, it looks like these workers, yeah, it looks like he's pulling some of them back. He had sent them down to this expansion here. Do you see a second expansion for Mord as well? The mining is looking pretty decent considering that attack. You see Kid still holding at 19, but Ari only holding at 15. Ari, of course, with an expansion that has not been mined yet. You do see a counter attack coming now from Mord. Mord does not take being pushed around lightly, and it looks like he's going to just push up here. He does see this this roach ball here. He's going to go ahead and pull back. That's definitely not the kind of engagement he wants to get into with those lings. Wants to keep that. You know, does anyone else with these long wings? It just looks like they're tripping over themselves. Like all I see is wings. I can barely see the Zerglings. It doesn't even look like they're running. It looks like there's a graphical glitch and they're just like clipping through the whole way. We do see some Widow Mines out. Great placement here, of course. Going to hold this down in case anything comes his way. Widow Mines, of course, everyone's favorite Terran unit. Highly annoying. Caused a lot of problems in beta with people crying out. Dude from Brazil, not in this tournament. Sorry to break your hearts, ladies. But dude from Brazil, of course, a big-time hater of these Widow Mines. Cannot confirm if that is the reason why he's not in the tournament. But anyway, so we'll have to see if that will catch Team Haterade by surprise. It most likely will, because I do not see any detection coming out for them. Go ahead and take a look at production tab. We do see a tech lab coming down and some reactors. Looks like we do see some mass production coming now from these barracks. We also have a factory down as well, but it looks like lots and lots of barracks. Definitely going to be some nice bio build there. And I remember there was a time where Kid was very much against bio builds, and you know, everything changes, of course. And we'll have to see what he's going to build. But so far on the move here, got going around the long way here. We do have a very small, concise army. These are very slow lings there. They're going for this rear wall. Of course, Mord cleverly placing a overlord there, so they are fully aware. And you see the army here of Team Flawless moving down to greet these newcomers. Of course, Ari has a little bit of a surprise. He's got some magic sauce ready to go in these Banelings. It could be very deadly against Mordlings. We'll have to see if he can micro these just effectively enough. Looks like he will not be able to, as they're getting caught up in all of those roaches, and unfortunately these stalkers kind of just being left behind. They're pulling back down to this mineral line. It looks like he may get... Oh, and he's just barely escaping. Mord with that clutch micro, barely escaping those Banelings. And what an incredible move. He saved himself a lot of resource loss there. And Kid, of course, taking advantage of all that miss micro and just completely sending home that team. And you see now Mord not wasting any time getting those units back in there. And we do also see two Widow Mines now moving up to this ramp. Going to basically misplace them from here and just kind of try to defend any kind of alternate routes as much as possible. We do also see some lone roaches still hanging out here, picking away at this, but it looks like they're going to give up. Ari, of course, pulling these back. We do see some more lings out here, just kind of roaming around. Looks like they're going to try to go for this gold, take that out. And these Widow Mines, wow, they're really doing some travel here. They're going all the way across the map. And they will burrow themselves right there in case they try to use that path again. Meanwhile, we do see them kind of reallocating over here to the front. Another two Widow Mines to replace the two that he had to dislodge. And we'll have to see if he places them there, if he's going to go ahead and poke them up a little bit further. Let's see, for Zelnaga Vision, we do see Diener doing a good job holding on to this. This is that veteran probe from earlier that barely survived. Counting his luck twice. Ari stacking these overlords here towards the entrance. Not sure why he's doing that. And looks like he will be expanding to that gold soon with these slow lings. Does that make these Mordlings? I'm not sure how that works. So Mord, of course, building fast roaches this time. And I think he made an internal promise to me that he was going to make them fast right away from now on. We do see a nice little army here forming. Let's go ahead and take a look at the units tab. We do see some immortals coming out for Diener. That will be very useful, something that Crump should have built against Poyo's Ultralist from the other matchup we had this week. Very good game in case you haven't seen it. We do now see Diener building an expansion here, and looks like Ari was just being nice. And now we do have some fastlings on the field for Ari. And looks like from an army unit tab point, it's looking pretty much in favor here of Mord and well, just Team Flawless in general. Let's go ahead and take a look at income as well, and you see just pretty steady even here with, of course, Mord pulling ahead with his 3 bases fully saturated, just going all out there. And we do see now some movement here as we do see some engagement here. These Lings trying to get a surround here on Kid, of course, kind of wedged in here, not really anywhere for him to go, but he's got more than enough units to pull that out. He's forced Diener to evacuate that base. He's going to go ahead and take down that robotics bay, prevents any kind of upgrades, and we do see him jetting away. Very, very nimble. Look at that. Very fast motion there. He just jetted away before these Hydralisks could take out anything. He could have probably stayed and taken out these Hydralisks, but it looks like he didn't want to push his luck. Of course, have these Stalkers and these Colossus, which would have definitely had a lot of fun with those Marines, but a very successful Doom drop there, as he was able to, or Doom evacuation, I should say, as he was able to save all these units here and did quite a bit of damage, delayed some mining there. Diener, of course, going to look to get this gold up and running as quickly as possible, because he is falling a little bit behind now with Mord fully saturated on 3 bases. And speaking of Mord, we do see this massive Roach Hydra army with a handful of Lings there, and they will roll in here to the forward position where these Widow Mines are, a lone detector just in case of some DTs. Meanwhile, we do see a second prong of this Team Flawless attack as Kid is rolling out with a small bio army of his own, a couple of Hellions in there, or Hellbats. It's just it's pretty much a Firebat, just a robot. All right. Meanwhile, we do have Mord pushing here at the front here. Unfortunately, that Colossus is going to make him pause a little bit. He does have enough to probably brute force it through, and he does. He's going to go ahead and push through this entire army. It looks like he has enough. He should probably try to move these up on the ramp just a little bit, try to focus fire, get maximum firepower on everything. He's moving up. These are fully upgraded Roaches now. He's definitely making me eat my words as he is just rolling in here. Meanwhile, we do have the back door going down. Kid pushing through here to double prong attack. We do see Mord's army starting to whittle down just a little bit, but it looks like they were able to take out most of the resistance. And there's the GG from Diener, recognizing that he is beat. Ari, of course, a gentleman through and through. First game going to Team Flawless. A very, very good game there. Of course, Mord and Kid heavily favored. Some seeing this as a better team, maybe even than Dude from Brazil's famous undefeated team. Maybe that's where they got the Flawless from. A little tongue-in-cheek action there, kind of paying homage to Dude from Brazil, but at the same time stating, hey, I think we can do a little bit better. So either way, a very exciting game one. A little bit lopsided in favor of Team Flawless, but we'll have to see in game 2 if Ari and Diener can pull it together. It is a new team. Ari, of course, kind of shaking off that rust a little bit of that frustration too. Diener still trying to get back in his old form as well. So we'll see what happens in game 2.